Parties, parties condemn bonfire effigy of refugees and small boat. Stop the boat. Veterans before refugees. The placing of an effigy of refugees in a boat on top of a bonfire in County Tyrone should not take place, the Democratic Unionist Party has said. The bonfire in Moigasho is due to be lit on Thursday night. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but mid July is a rather important time for Protestants. But anyway, the model of a small boat with several figures inside is on top of a banner saying "Stop the boat" and "Veterans before refugees." Politicians from other parties have also condemned the effigy. Sinn Féin Fermanagh and South Tyrone Assembly member Colm Gildernew said it was a vile and deplorable act and clearly a hate crime. Like, shut up. Free speech. Free speech. Tough titty. Suck it up, Buttercup. He said that the Police Service of Northern Ireland, PSNI, now needs to urgently remove the effigy and our political leaders in this. Yeah, you're going to go into the estate and take down the bonfire. How's that went in the past? You got it? Yeah, good luck. But anyway, and our political leaders in this area need to step up and condemn this absolutely unacceptable behaviour. The Democratic Unionist Party, DUP, said bonfires on 11th July are a historical and cultural tradition stretching back to the fires lit to welcome the arrival of King William III, also known as King Billy. Also known as the orchestrator of the Glencoe Massacre, but that's a story for another time. Watch the video anyway, and should be positive cultural celebrations. It said it supported those within our community that wish to celebrate their culture by continuing with that tradition in a peaceful, positive, and safe way, but that the placing of flags, effigies, or other items on bonfires is not part of that tradition and should not take place. Where have you been for the last 60 years? But anyway, Gildernew and the UUP's Mike Nesbitt both described the act as deplorable. UUP leader Nesbitt posted on social media that it was sickening and entirely out of step with what is supposed to be a cultural celebration. I condemn it without reservation and urge those responsible to remove it forthwith, he added. Gildernew says it is an absolutely disgusting act fueled by sickening racist and far-right attitudes. Buzzwords, buzzwords, buzzwords. This is a clear incitement to hatred and must be removed immediately, he added. Those who come to our island to make it their home are not the enemy. Oh, there's so much history I could go into. But anyway, those who come to our island, I've just read that. SDLP councillor Malaki Quinn said he had reported the display to the police. Those responsible for this hateful display claimed to be celebrating British culture, he said. I mean, boats of illegals coming over practically are British culture now. It is a proud, time-honoured tradition of kebab shops and sex trafficking and drug and gun smuggling and child trafficking and all these wonderful things that are now deeply ingrained in British culture. The government loves that stuff. Those responsible for this, I keep buggering this up. Let's be clear, racism and intimidation are not culture. Says you. This isn't pride, it's poison. Alliance councillor Eddie Roof said that the placing of the model of a small boat of refugees on the bonfire was despicable. Those responsible only seek to incite fear and spread far-right beliefs and do not represent the community as a whole, he said. I mean, I don't know if you ever spoke to any of them. I think it does, but anyway. Amnesty International, losers, Patrick Corrigan also called for the removal of the effigy and said it was a vile, dehumanising act that fuels hatred and racism. I mean, it's going to fuel something, it's going to fuel the bonfire, but it cruelly mocks the suffering of people who risk everything to flee war, persecution, and hardship in search of safety, he says. Wow, they've got war in France? There's war, persecution, and hardship in France? I didn't know that. France is at war? What about Belgium or Poland or all the other countries they pass through? Like, is there war? Is there war in Europe at the moment? I mean, they're technically in Ukraine if you want to count Ukraine as part. I mean, it is part of Europe, right? But still, I didn't know there was war in France. Mind blown. Fucking hell! Here's me a news channel covering the news, albeit 2 weeks later. But like, I had no idea there was war in France. That's crazy. Northwest Migrants Forum Integration and Welfare Officer Gail Gormley said it was outrageous and really disgraceful. This entire article is just people moulding. Just people moulding about this. We even had goosebumps of fear, she told BBC Radio Ulster's Evening Extra program. Shut up. It is a call for hate. Our service users are mostly asylum seekers and refugees, and they are very scared and they are really disappointed. She called on the PSNI to take it down and said people needed to be educated on what it is to be an asylum seeker. I mean, wait a few days and it will come down itself. Just wait a few days and it'll all come down on its own, right? It's fine. And also, the PSNI are not going to go in there, right? See if they go in there and try and take that. I'll save it for the end. It's fine. In a statement, a PSNI spokesperson said police are aware of an item placed on a bonfire at the Mogyasho area. That was a very, very nice way of the PSNI to go, yeah, we know about it. We're not going in. We're not going in. Their inquiries are continuing, they added. Bonfires are lit annually in some unionist areas across Northern Ireland to usher in the 12th of July, the main date in the parading season. The majority are lit on the 11th of July so that they're burning after midnight, blah, blah, blah. Right. Now, some of these bonfires are huge. They are massive. They get basically a lot of look at that. That's all pallets. That's half the tower. There's another half underneath it, right? And a lot of the estates try and outdo each other. You know, my dick is bigger than your dick. My bonfire is bigger than your bonfire. And it is a yearly thing that they all do. Right. But the police and the government have tried to say, because some of these bonfires get ridiculous. They are massive. They are absolutely huge, right? And some of them do try and go in and go, oh, that's a bit too dangerous. We're going to go in and take that down. It does not go well. Don't know how much you know about Northern Irish culture and history and stuff like that. They've tried to go in and stop these before. It does not go well. It ends in bloodshed. Which is why the PSNI were like, yeah, we know about it. Please don't make us go in. Right, so basically, this thing's going to burn. The PSNI are not going to go in there and they're not going to take it down. There will be community pushback, let's say. And it's a case if you don't have to go in anyway, just wait a few days. What are we on? We're on the 9th right now as of filming this, so you just have to wait 2 days. You know, wait 2 days or 3 days or whatever, right? You just have to wait. You just have to wait. It's all right. It'll. This is one of those problems that will go away on its own.